Hello everyone, especially my level 1 students. This video is something that I promised you a few days ago, so here it is. I hope it's going to help. The purpose is to get you acquainted with a very basic vocabulary about technology. So here we go. The first word on the list is un laptop, două laptopuri, două laptopuri. As you can probably guess already, it means a laptop. O tabletă, două tablete. O tabletă, două tablete. And un telefon mobil, două telefoane mobile. This is the long term, but you can also just say un telefon, două telefoane, or un mobil, două mobile. These are all perfectly good terms for a mobile phone. Now let's see how we can put them in sentences. Unde sunt tableta și telefonul? Where are the tablet and the phone? Notice that we use a definite article here. We say the tablet, tableta, instead of tableta. So, o tableta, that's a tablet, and tableta with an a at the end is the tablet. The same for the phone. We have un telefon, a phone, and telefonul, the phone. So these last letters, a and ul, are the definite articles. In English, it's simply the tablet and the phone. Unde sunt tableta și telefonul? Laptopul e între tabletă și telefon. The laptop is between tablet and phone. Notice how in Romanian we don't say between the tablet and the phone, we simply say between tablet and phone. And this is because we don't mention anything about the tablet and the phone, we don't describe them in any way. And that's why they don't need a definite article. So, laptopul e între tabletă și telefon. Telefonul e lângă laptop. Make sure you pronounce this correctly with a U, because if you say lungă with a U, that means long. Yeah, if you say lângă with a U, that means near or next to. So, lângă. Telefonul e lângă laptop. The phone is near laptop. See, not the laptop. Again, because we didn't mention anything about the laptop, we didn't describe it in any way, in Romanian it doesn't need a definite article in this situation. So we'll simply say the phone is near laptop instead of near the laptop. Telefonul e lângă laptop. Here comes a long word, so bear with me and pay attention to all the diacritics. Un încărcător, două încărcătoare. So, yeah? Încărcător. Un încărcător, două încărcătoare. A charger. Un cablu, două cabluri. A cable. O priză, două prize. That's a power outlet. So notice how încărcător and cablu are neuter nouns. So we have un încărcător, masculine and singular, and două încărcătoare. That's feminine and plural. So that makes it a neuter noun. And un cablu, that's masculine and singular. Două cabluri, that's feminine and plural. So this is also a neuter noun. Priză, however, is a feminine. O priză, două prize. It's feminine and singular, and if it's feminine and singular, it will always be feminine in plural. I'll say them again. Un încărcător, două încărcătoare, un cablu, două cabluri, o priză, două prize. And now some sentences. E încărcătorul de la laptop? Is it the charger from? Attention, laptop, not the laptop. Again, I'm going to keep saying this so that you can easily remember it. Whenever we mention something in this situation without specifying anything about it, without describing it in any way, it doesn't need a definite article. So whether we say near the laptop, next to the laptop, under the laptop, on the laptop, or whatever, we don't need a definite article. So in English you'd say, is this the charger from the laptop? In Romanian you say, is this the charger from laptop? And that's why we have laptop and not laptopul, and that ul at the end would have meant the. Yeah, so no definite article here. E încărcătorul de la laptop? Nu. E de la telefon? No, it is from the phone. So another very, very common mistake for learners who just begin with Romanian is confusing this la with a definite article. Attention, this is not Spanish, it's not French, it's not Italian. The definite article is always one or a few letters at the end of a word. Yeah, so whenever you see la in front, if it's de la, it means from. If it's la, it means at or in. So this is a preposition of place. It shows you where something is. So de la means from phone. Yeah, not from the phone, because we don't mention anything about the phone. So, e încărcătorul de la laptop? Is it the charger from the laptop? Nu, e de la telefon. No, it is from phone. Încărcătorul e lângă priză. The charger is next to, and again we say power outlet, not the power outlet. The charger is next to power outlet. Încărcătorul e lângă priză. Este o priză aici? Is there a power outlet here? Este o priză aici? Very useful phrase if you need to charge something and you can't find the power outlet. Unde e cablul de la încărcător? Where is the cable? See, ul, it means the cable, de la, from, încărcător, charger. So, the cable has a definite article because it is a subject in the sentence. From charger, that doesn't have a definite article. We just say from charger, not from the charger. Cablul e în încărcător. The cable is in charger, yeah, not in the charger. Cablul e în încărcător. I'll read these again. E încărcătorul de la laptop? Nu, e de la telefon. Încărcătorul e lângă priză. Este o priză aici? Unde e cablul de la încărcător? Cablul e în încărcător. The cable is in the charger. Wi-Fi and passwords. So we have o parolă, două parole. A password, two passwords. Un Wi-Fi, that's just an English loanword into Romanian. So you pronounce it the same as you would in English. And you don't really need a plural form. So just un Wi-Fi. And o tastatură, două tastaturi. A keyboard, two keyboards. O parolă, două parole. Un Wi-Fi, o tastatură, două tastaturi. Este Wi-Fi aici? Is there a Wi-Fi here? Este Wi-Fi aici? Care e Wi-Fi-ul de aici? Notice how we improvised and added a definite article on the word Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is just Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi-ul means the Wi-Fi. Care e, which is the Wi-Fi from here. What's the Wi-Fi here? You can imagine you're in a cafe and you ask, este Wi-Fi aici? And the waiter says, da, este. And then you ask, care e Wi-Fi-ul de aici? Because you see more networks and you don't know which one it is. And then they tell you which one. And then you want to know the password. So you say, care e parola de la Wi-Fi? What is the password from Wi-Fi? Yeah, so no definite article here. We wouldn't say de la Wi-Fi-ul unless you specify something about it. Care e parola de la Wi-Fi? What is the Wi-Fi password? Notice how we say care and not ce. So when you're asking for information, for example, what is your name? What is the Wi-Fi network? What is the password? You need to use which instead of what. So use care and not ce. Because if you say ce este numele tău, what is your name? Literally with the word what. It sounds like you don't know what a name is and you need somebody to explain to you what the word name means. And it's the same for example, password. If you ask ce e parola, then they will look at you like you don't know what a password is. So make sure you use care instead of ce in this situation. Tastatura e în limba română. The keyboard is in the Romanian language. It's in Romanian. This is useful information when you're trying to type the right password. Conversely, you could say tastatura e în limba engleză. So, este Wi-Fi aici? Care e Wi-Fi-ul de aici? Care e parola de la Wi-Fi? Tastatura e în limba română. Emails. How do you say email? Well, here is another English loan, so that's going to be easy for you. Un email, două e-mailuri. Or simply put, un mail, două mailuri. Most people use the short version and just say un mail, două mailuri. O adresă de mail, an email address, două adrese de mail. Now, of course, you could also say o adresă de email, but it's a bit long and it sounds overly formal. So, you could just say o adresă de mail, două adrese de mail. The sign is called arond, like a round or something like that. And the dot is simply punct. So, un email, două e-mailuri, un mail, două mailuri, o adresă de mail, două adrese de mail, arond, and punct. How do you ask for somebody's email address? Again, you don't say what is your email address, because if you ask ce, that means you don't know what an email address is and you need a definition. So instead of what, you will ask which. Care. Care e adresa ta de mail? Notice this funny construction, adresa ta de mail. That's like saying address your of mail. So this is the word order that's specific to Romanian. We don't say your email address, we literally say the address your of mail. Care este adresa ta? Ta means your, de mail. Ai o adresă de mail? Do you have an email address? Now, this is like asking someone on the street, do you have a watch, when you see that they have a watch? You are assuming that they already have this, and this is just a polite way to ask for somebody's email address. You're not literally asking them whether they have an email address or not, because everybody has email, I hope. So, ai o adresă de mail? Da, yeah, and now how do we say, how do we give our email address based on the previous slide vocabulary, arond and punct? So let's see. This is my email address, and I'm going to say it out loud for you. Da, adresa mea de mail, my email address, este, is learn.romanian.cluj@gmail.com. Yeah? learn.romanian.cluj@gmail.com. Care este adresa ta de mail? Ai o adresă de mail? Da, e learn.romanian.cluj@gmail.com. How do you call this machine? Now, this is a multifunctional machine, so depending on the function that you're referring to, you can give it different names. Un scanner, două scannere, another English loan. This happens a lot with technology, as you've already noticed. Un scanner, două scannere. Then, o imprimantă, două imprimante, if you're referring to the printer. Or un Xerox, două Xeroxuri. See, this comes from the brand Xerox, but now it has come to mean any copy machine. So it doesn't matter what brand it is, you're still going to call it un Xerox. Moreover, Xerox can also mean a copy shop. So this is a kind of shop where you can find stationery, and there are lots of copy machines, and you can go there to scan a book or to print some files. They are spread all over town. If you go to any big Romanian city, you'll find lots of these, especially in the areas where there are lots of students. Un scanner, două scannere, o imprimantă, două imprimante, un Xerox, două Xeroxuri. Unde este un Xerox în oraș? Where is there a Xerox or a copy shop, basically? Where is there a copy shop? In city, yeah? So we don't say in the city, we say in city. Why? Because we don't mention anything about the city, so then it doesn't need a definite article. Unde este un Xerox în oraș? Pe strada Universității. On Universității Street. Ai o imprimantă acasă? Do you have a printer at home? Eu nu am. I don't have. Dar are Alina. But Alina does. So, are means has. So the literal translation would be I not have, but has Alina. I know it sounds really funny if you translate it word by word in English. I'm just doing this sometimes so that you can understand the structure of the Romanian sentence and how it differs from English. So, eu nu am, dar are Alina. Unde este un Xerox în oraș? Pe strada Universității. Ai o imprimantă acasă? Eu nu am, dar are Alina. And finally, talking about phone reception and battery. Essential stuff, right? The word for reception is semnal. It literally means signal. So, un semnal. Un semnal. Battery, almost the same as in English. O baterie. O baterie. Două baterii. A battery to battery. So, un semnal and o baterie, două baterii. And some essential phrases. Nu este semnal acolo. There is no reception there. E bun semnalul aici? Is the signal here good? Nu, nu e bun. No, it's not good. E gata bateria. The battery is, how do you say this? Low? No, it's finished. It's over. It's done. It's what is the word? I forgot the right word in English. It's empty. Yes, thank you. It's empty. So gata in this case means empty. Gata is a very common Romanian word that can mean ready or done, but it can also mean empty when referring to things that can be consumed, such as battery or, I don't know, a carton of milk or a bottle of something. If you say e gata, it means it's finished, it's empty. So, nu este semnal acolo. E bun semnalul aici? Nu, nu e bun. E gata bateria. Alright, so these were the essential words and phrases relating to technology. I hope you found them useful and that if you ever run out of battery and you need a charger and you're looking for an outlet or you need a Wi-Fi password, you'll be able to use these phrases when you come to Romania. Good luck on your test for those who are taking it tomorrow, and everybody feel free to leave me questions in the comments and I promise I will answer you as soon as I see them. Good luck learning Romanian and see you in the next video. Bye bye!